The film kicks off with Eliza, an inmate in prison. She gets into a fight with some of the other prisoners and even throws down with a guard. As a result, she ends up in solitary confinement. While she's there, Eliza starts telling her story, explaining how she ended up in this situation. The scene shifts to her past, back in high school. Eliza is a nerdy, awkward teenager, and her best friend? Jennifer, the stunningly beautiful and super popular girl at school. They've been best friends since they were little, and even though everyone, including Eliza's boyfriend Chip, wonders why they're still close since they don't seem to have anything in common anymore, Eliza and Jennifer stay inseparable. They live in a small town called Devil's Kettle, named after a creepy waterfall with a swirling hole that no one really knows leads to, well, nobody's sure. Scientists would come to town to check it out, but to this day, no one's figured it out. One day, Jennifer approaches Eliza and asks if she wants to go with her to see an indie band called Low Shoulder perform live. Jennifer also mentions how she thinks the lead singer is hot and wants to make a move on him tonight. Not wanting her best friend to go alone, Eliza cancels her plans to hang out with her boyfriend Chip and agrees to go with Jennifer to the show. Later that night, Chip and Eliza were talking while she waits for Jennifer to pick her up to head to the show. This is when we find out that Eliza and Jennifer seem to have some kind of psychic connection because Eliza can somehow tell exactly when Jennifer pulls up to her house. Chip, who's watching all of this, thinks it's pretty weird. He then heads downstairs and watches Jennifer and Eliza interact. It's clear from his reaction that he doesn't like Jennifer, especially because of how rude she is to Eliza. Not long after, Jennifer and Eliza arrive at the pub where Low Shoulder is about to perform. As they walk in, they run into their classmate Craig, who, like pretty much everyone else in town, is totally smitten with Jennifer. Additionally, they encounter Rajesh Kumar, an Indian exchange student who attends their school. Officer Roman, who occasionally has casual affairs with Jennifer, approaches them and makes an attempt to make out with her. But Jennifer leaves him for the lead singer of Low Shoulder, whom she approaches right away while Eliza is with her. The lead vocalist Nikolai is then approached by Jennifer, who hesitantly offers to buy him a drink. Eliza hears Nikolai strangely discussing with his bandmate that Jennifer must be a virgin when she approaches the bar. Eliza confronts Nikolai after realizing he may be a predator and orders him to keep away from Jennifer. When Eliza tries to warn Jennifer about Nikolai, she dismisses it with a casual remark about how far from being a virgin she is now. When the band starts playing, the two stop talking. In the midst of their performance, the structure inexplicably catches fire. Even as individuals desperately attempt to flee the building, only to be crushed or burned to death in the process, the band appears unaffected. Eliza tries to soothe a trembling Jennifer as she leads her out of the building through a window in the bathroom. Not long afterward, Nikolai abruptly approaches them and makes Jennifer down a shot of whiskey. The confused-looking Jennifer is then swept away by him, and Eliza begs her to stay, but Jennifer naively assures her that everything will be alright. When she returns home that night, she contacts her boyfriend Chip in a panic to tell him about the terrible things she just saw, like her closest friend getting into a van with a stranger and people being burned to death. Chip advises Eliza not to worry about her closest friend because he does not like Jennifer. Shortly after, Eliza is startled by the sound of the doorbell and goes downstairs to answer it, only to discover that no one is outside. She starts to turn off a dripping sink as she is ready to head back upstairs since she can hear rustling sounds coming from the kitchen. However, Jennifer is standing in front of her, smeared with blood, and she has a grotesque grin on her face. After rifling through the refrigerator, she tries to eat but ends up throwing up black sludge that looks like tar. Jennifer suddenly pins Eliza against the wall and starts petting her as she dashes to the foyer to seek for assistance. Jennifer then proceeds to bite her neck till she leaves a mark, and as police sirens play in the background, she departs the house. The following day, Eliza seems to be lost in thought as she considers what she saw the previous evening, while the school is ablaze with news about the town's tavern burning down and only a few people escaping. Then, with a completely normal appearance and a startling lack of concern for the lives lost in the fire last night, Jennifer approaches her nonchalantly. Jennifer even pretends she has forgotten about the time she barged into Eliza's house and puked all over the kitchen floor. That day, after class, Eliza tries to inform her boyfriend about Jennifer's evil behavior from the previous evening, but he dismisses it and starts to doubt her sanity. Jennifer approaches Craig's best friend Jonas, who is in mourning after Craig lost his life in the fire the other night, on the opposite side of the school. Jennifer then encourages Jonas to follow her into the woods, claiming that Craig informed her that they would look nice together. Strangely enough, the animals in the woods start to congregate around them and observe them after they make out. Jennifer is unaffected and only informs Jonas that the animals are waiting for something as he stops to marvel at the scene. Then this occurs, Jennifer devours his flesh like a demon, and a teacher hears Jonas's agonized moans. Later that day, Eliza is listening to the radio while cooking when she learns that Low Shoulder, the band she and Jennifer saw that evening, has amassed a sizable fan base since the incident and is even regarded by the public as a national hero for allegedly saving people from the burning building. In the meantime, the high school teacher discovers Jonas's mutilated corpse in the forest. After that, Jennifer is seen swimming nude in a nearby lake, appearing completely at ease and happy, and police are called to the site right away. That evening, Jennifer phones her best friend Eliza to let her know that she is feeling fantastic at the moment and that Eliza should not be sad for the fire victims because people die all the time. Eventually, Eliza's boyfriend calls, so she had to end the call. He informs her over the phone that his neighbor, Jonas, has passed away. When she hears this, she runs to comfort him, and Chip explains that Jonas' body was discovered in the woods, apparently entirely torn apart. With the exception of Jennifer, who appears to be doing better than ever, the entire community is in mourning over the numerous souls they lost in such a short period of time. The band Low Shoulder appears to be becoming more and more well known, and the news of the recent events that occurred in the town makes it to the national press. In any case, the residents of the town attempt to resume their lives. During class a month later, Jennifer seems pale and ill. When a man called Colin approaches them after class and timidly asks Jennifer out, she reprimands him icily. Jennifer changes her mind and invites Colin to her house tonight after Eliza expresses her opinion that he is cool and caring. When Chip, Eliza's boyfriend, arrives, she gives him a protective kiss out of fear that Jennifer could make out with him. Chip and Eliza decide to have their first sexual encounter that evening, and the charming Colin pulls up to the address Jennifer texted him. When he gets there, the house is empty. Inquisitive, he nevertheless climbs in. On the second floor, he discovers Jennifer staring at him eagerly. Colin immediately recognizes that this is not Jennifer's real home. After that, Jennifer starts to entice him, but eventually, Colin becomes frightened and she twists his arm, hurting him. She beats him and consumes his flesh, just like she did with Jonas. Eliza simultaneously sees an odd image of the ceiling bleeding and Jennifer and Jonas, who appear to be zombies, standing on the opposite side of the room. Eliza panics, gets ready, and leaves Chip's house in her car. However, she swerves her car away when she spots Jennifer on the way. She pauses her vehicle for a second, but a ferocious-looking Jennifer lands on top of the windshield, frightening Eliza and forcing her to flee in terror. When Eliza gets home, she starts crying because she is so terrified and starts to doubt reality. She goes back to her bedroom to sleep after she is calmed down, but Jennifer is there, smiling and at ease. After she gives Eliza a gentle kiss, the two continue to make out for a bit until Eliza pulls away and insists that Jennifer clarify the situation. After she got into Low Shoulder's van, Jennifer casually informs her what transpired that evening. Jennifer became frightened when she realized the van was heading into the woods. She attempted to persuade the band that she is a virgin and that she has no sexual experience since she was worried that they might try to force her. The van soon came to a stop in the midst of the forest, and the band members tied her up and dragged her beside the notorious waterfall as they got ready to start a demonic rite that would reportedly make them famous. The lead vocalist Nikolai then reads a demon chant before fatally stabbing her in the chest with a sharp object. Nikolai then disposed of the evidence by dropping the blade into the whirlpool hole. Jennifer then tells Eliza that she does not recall much of what transpired after that, except from the fact that she resurrected and ended up heading to Eliza's house. Although she had a need for human flesh as well, she chose to flee since she loved Eliza too much to kill her. Sometime during that evening, Jennifer ended up killing and eating Rajesh, the foreign exchange student who had also escaped the fire. She adds that she feels unstoppable when she is full. She demonstrates this by cutting herself and demonstrating how the wound heals right away. Conversely, when she is hungry, she becomes quite weak. Overwhelmed by all of this information, Eliza orders Jennifer to go, and she grudgingly exits via the window. Eliza attends Colin's funeral the following day and quietly acknowledges that she saw Jennifer covered in blood the night before because she had just slain Colin. Later the same day, Eliza goes to the library, where she spends the next few days learning about demons and the occult in an attempt to understand what Jennifer has turned into. She makes an effort to share her research with her boyfriend Chip, saying that the books state that if a virgin is sacrificed as part of a ritual to gain fame, the ritual performer would still become famous, but the sacrificed would resurrect with a demon's soul lodged inside her and would have to eat human flesh to survive. But Chip still does not trust her and thinks all this is weird. Chip is adamant about going to the school dance despite Eliza's attempts to talk him out of it for safety reasons. Unfortunately, Eliza is forced to go as well. When the dance day finally comes, Chip's mother gives him some pepper spray for self-defense before he heads out for the evening. Jennifer appears pale once more at this point, which suggests that she is starving. Eliza is the first to arrive at the dance and waits for Chip. On the opposite side of the narrative, we witness Chip strolling by himself just as Jennifer approaches him with suspicion. Chip needs to accompany Jennifer right away so they may hook up and exact revenge on Eliza when Jennifer starts spreading false information about Eliza cheating on him with Colin. It turns out that Low Shoulder will be performing at the school dance. As the band starts to play, Eliza gives a gloomy face. Returning to Jennifer, she and Chip are now making out beside a tree, as Eliza, using her sporadic psychic abilities, senses that something is about to happen. As a result, she dashes outdoors and somehow knows where to go right away. While Eliza uses her psychic GPS to rush to their location in a spectacular fashion, Jennifer takes Chip inside an abandoned swimming pool. When Chip decides he loves Eliza too much to cheat on her, Jennifer tries to kiss him one more. When Jennifer hears his hesitation, she tosses Chip into the water and attacks him. Eliza comes just in time. Eliza leaps into the pool and yanks Jennifer away when she witnesses her boyfriend in distress. After that, Chip gives her the pepper spray, which Eliza uses on Jennifer. As Eliza assists Chip in getting out of the pool, Jennifer becomes enraged and starts to float over the water after throwing up some black stuff. Then, Eliza approaches Jennifer and asks why she must want Chip above all others. Jennifer only sidesteps the question and will not provide a definitive response. Then, as Chip stabs Jennifer in the stomach with a metal bar and falls to the ground, Jennifer stomps her way closer. After removing the metal bar, Jennifer gives Eliza a gloomy glance and turns to leave. Eliza kneels beside Chip, and as he bleeds to death, they declare their love for one another. Jennifer, on the other hand, comes home looking frail, pale, and, if anything, heartbroken. Around this time, Eliza bursts through the window and attacks her for killing Chip. Jennifer bites her throat and then releases her. Eliza takes out a box cutter and makes an X shape across her stomach. Jennifer uses her demon power to hover them above the bed, and they continue to fight until Eliza tears the friendship necklace from Jennifer's neck, catching her off guard long enough for Eliza to literally and figuratively stab her in the heart. And that is precisely how Eliza gets locked up. Next, we jump back to the present, when Eliza is a prisoner confined to solitary confinement. It turns out that she now possesses certain demon powers as a result of Jennifer biting her. She breaks out of prison by using it to levitate. She takes up the dagger that lead singer Nikolai used to murder Jennifer after finding it by chance. Then, in order to get to Low Shoulder's show, Eliza finds a ride with a stranger. Following Low Shoulder's huge performance, we find out that the band as a whole is killed that evening, proving that Eliza was the murderer. As the movie comes to a close, security footage shows Eliza leaving a hotel room. Hey everyone! Hope you enjoyed our recap. Drop a comment if there's a movie you'd like us to cover next, we'll do our best to make it happen. Until then, take care.